Hi everyone.
Hello everyone.
Today we'll answer a question from one of our viewers. But first, we would like to remind you that we are having a workshop kind of type of thing where we will answer at least one of your questions. That will be on this Sunday, on 2nd of July.
Yep. So there's pretty much 2 days left.
Yes.
2-3 days.
If you still would like to sign up. So we'll be expecting you. Details are
In the description below.
Yes. So today's question is based on something that you mentioned on the previous video, the last video we made. And it is basically, what do twin flames have to do with coming out of the matrix? Basically, twin flames is a code. It's a key. So it is not just like about us, it's not about you, it's not about your even about your twin flame partner. It has nothing to do with us being the ego of the twin flame collective consciousness, let's say. And generally we even made a video about that, of the chosen 144,000 twin flames, where we basically wanted to say that, you may want to watch the whole video, but basically what we wanted to say there is that the chosen ones are not chosen. Like, it could be anybody. And
yeah.
we can even change. It's not like a permanent number of set of souls. This number can be changed, and the participants can be changed as well.
Basically, every single thing we say gets funneled into your perception. So no matter how incredibly good we speak, it all depends how you're going to perceive it. About the 144,000, we meant in a totally different way than what you think it is, but it's always like this.
I mean, it was not everybody, so...
No, but... No, I'm saying this because every single video will be like this. Some people will perceive, other people will not. And the same person that perceives the most our videos maybe will not perceive this video. And I mean, according to our perception, because to their perception, they are perceiving everything. Everything's okay.
That's true.
Sometimes they have some questions, but yeah.
So, what about the twin flames as a key to come out of the matrix?
Well, the Lord Astral has studied the human being so much that every day that passes, every month, every season, it updates itself and knows what to do in order to put us back into the matrix. Matrix meaning to stay here on a loop cycle forever. Like, we don't come out of Earth ever. Earth is nice, beautiful and stuff, but we cannot come out anymore. If you stay in the matrix, if you don't wake up, you are on a forever loop cycle of reincarnations that you don't care. Like, it's nice to be on Earth, but not forcefully and only because of karma and stuff like this. Yes, karma exists, but if we are to go into the traps that the lower astral has created, we are going to stay here forever. So in order to stop this loop, we found that the most powerful tool that we can use, it's not even a tool, but if you perceive it that way, it is, to come out of the matrix and to really shake off this part, to wake up properly, is only through the heart chakra, but not the usual way we use the heart chakra, because the lower astral also has upgraded. So having love for animals, having love for humans, having compassion is not enough to come out. In the past, probably it was, That's why in the Bible, for the ones who know about the Bible, the Christians and the Catholics and stuff,
I was your strength here. You can speak about
it's split into two, the Old Testament and the New Testament. And when I was a Christian, I was always thinking, why is it so I don't know, it only speaks about violence and murders and stuff like this on the Old Testament. And if you don't do something, off with your head, technically. It's very crazy. As with the New Testament, it's more like if someone slaps your face, you need to show your other half of the face, your other side of the face. And
yeah, it's technically totally opposite
yes,
concept.
I'm not saying that the New Testament or Old Testament are better than each other or worse. Both are to the extreme. Like the one is totally into, if you're not like us, you're gonna be doomed. And well, both speak the same thing. Both speak the same thing. It's just the one you become a vegetable and you should not attack. The other one you have to attack. Something like this.
You're a beast.
Yeah.
The other one.
So
I think something happened on this time, on the transition from the Old to the New Testament, and the Matrix got upgraded.
yes, I think if everything is true, the man that tried to come here to save us all, he actually gave a gift to the lower astral to upgrade itself to even more powerful version. So this version can become like us, it can camouflage and become exactly like us. It can become one of us and speak to us like
it can crawl under our skin.
Yeah, it's very, very, very powerful
And merge
now.
with us.
Before it had to take several actions, planning and stuff like this. Now it's actually very easy. Everyone is connected. We're all following the new age, and we think the new age is the best thing ever. You know, it's like an upgraded version of the religion. No, it's not. It's the same thing.
It's actually even worse, I think.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking very deeply the other day, and maybe religions really were created to protect people from all this in a way.
In a way.
But then the Matrix managed to enter inside there and corrupted everything as well. Because we went to a christening on last Sunday, and of course it was in a church. Here in Bulgaria, it's Eastern Orthodox, so when you enter in the church, there's a lot of icons, a lot of symbols everywhere. It's different than a Catholic church, right? And you could just see the difference between the old style and the new style in the church, because there are pieces of art inside the church which are left from long
Hundreds
time
and
ago.
hundreds.
Yeah, I don't know how old this church is. And for example, on certain ornaments you can see the cross, which is even.
It's
But-
not the usual
Right.
long bottom and then even tops and sides.
Exactly, because the cross is actually a very powerful symbol presenting the four elements in balance
Yep.
when they are surrounded in a circle. And we even have such a small video on another channel that this symbol is stronger than orgonite itself. That's the most powerful orgonite that you can use, perhaps. And you can see this symbol in so many places that carry the ancient traditions, the ancient culture, like from hundreds of years ago. And then on the other side of the church, where you can just tell that these drawings are much more new, the cross, of course, is totally different, and even the expressions of the faces and everything, it's not the same at all.
No. It's like the two upgrades. The two versions of the Matrix trying to become one. And it's like this. So pretty much the only way to stop the lower astral from continuing its thing, and we figured out that when you meet your twin flame, it happens the biggest glitch ever in the world. It's like you start to come off from your destiny, you know.
It's like the biggest deja vu. 'Cause
Yeah.
if they speak about glitches in the Matrix, in the movie The Matrix, as deja vus, this is like the huge, a very huge deja vu.
And now I've started to understand something. I just got a download, because life can be very, very rough on us, and we have to be at the mercy of the lords of the world. But I just understood something. When you are with your twin flame, you are in control of the glitches around you, and meaning that, first of all, there's a big glitch that happens when you meet your twin flame. You start to come off from your destiny. Destiny exists only if you are still with the Lord Astral, which means you're sentenced to continue to stay here forever, or whatever contract you made. But when you are with your lower when you are with your twin flame, the Lord Astral just disintegrates or detaches from you slightly, and starts to observe you and tries to stop this. So if you listen to it,
moreover, the Lord Astral attempts start to become obvious to you.
yes, exactly. It's
Until
even
then,
more-
you're like, you didn't see these things at all. Like, you didn't perceive them, that they were acts of the Lord Astral. But once you are with your twin flame, you start to see things much more clear.
Exactly. So the love between twin flames is so powerful, because you are meeting your former self. It's just your opposite former self. So it's the same person you're meeting, and because of this, the world just cannot comprehend anything. The code that you have within you, the energy, is totally different. Between twin flames is totally different than the common people. That it just tears the world apart, and then all you have to do is just to stick together, continue together. You don't really have to have a proper relationship, like loving relationship, but you have to stick together, and you have to have love for each other. Don't separate and stuff like this. This is the only way.
And I want to specify something. It's not even about coming out of the matrix, because there will always be a matrix.
Yes.
Everything is a matrix. Everything is codes, and everything is programs. Here in this world and out of it. We have to be absolutely aware of this. And we should not even, we should not be naive thinking that these things they don't exist. Every single plant, every single particle we see around here, we perceive or we don't perceive, it is a program in a very big matrix. The question is, what is this thing that entered into this huge matrix that we are here and corrupted it? Because the matrix right now that we live in here on earth is very corrupted, and this corruption is taking bigger and bigger size. It's increasing its area of influence. And what we are here for to do as twin flames, or even not as twin flames, but why twin flames can help on this big bug to come out of the matrix. Because a twin flame connection is a balanced entity already. Even if we have issues getting along or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just the fact that we already met, that's already a balance in its way. It's very abstract what I want to say regarding this, but I'm not gonna go deeper into it. So I know some of you may not understand it, how this can be balanced and they're not getting along, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It is a balanced entity already. And just by finding each other and having this balance already in one, this is already like a virus in this corrupted matrix.
Yes, in a good way.
Yes, it's a good virus that is trying to. It's more like antivirus that is trying
Something
to
like
break
this.
a virus that corrupted the matrix.
It's just that the system recognizes antivirus as virus as well.
Yes, because the area of influence of this virus that is corrupting the matrix is so big already that is turning everything upside down.
Yeah.
It's making the good look bad and vice versa. Let's look at what is happening in society. They are trying to bring us values that has never existed as such until now, and they don't. They are not morally correct. Let's be honest about this, right? We are all trying to accept it, with our free thinking and stuff like this, but it is what it is.
And to
We
be
are
honest,
lying to ourselves by trying to accept all these things.
to be honest, even in the Bible, it's ridiculous how the Old Testament contradicts itself, because way before Moses, because Moses received the 2 plates of the 10 Commandments, way before Moses, there was Abraham and stuff like this, and Abraham didn't have a child and couldn't have a child with his wife. So what they did, they mated with their slave, and in the past it was common to have slaves. It was normal. It's like having a dog next to you, a proper human slave. And as soon as Abraham had a child
With the slave.
I don't know if it was God or whatever, made possible that his wife, the proper former wife of Abraham, finally conceived, had a child. So they just discarded the other child with the slave and continued, proceeded their journey with the original child. So it's a little bit Babylonia, if you ask me, like totally upside down perception. And if you see, it's not very far from Abraham to Moses, and then the 10 Commandments are given, and they're both following the path of God. It just doesn't make any sense. So what we're trying to say is that the lower astral will always shapeshift into the best image possible to please your eyes.